What if I told you that someone can spend years saving money, doing everything right, and still end up financially stuck? Stay with me until the end, because most people never understand this about money, and once you see it, it can completely change your future. A few years ago, there were two people with almost identical lives, similar jobs, similar income, and the same goal of becoming financially secure. The first person followed traditional advice perfectly, saving money every month and avoiding unnecessary spending. Over time, he built a decent amount in his bank account, and from the outside, everything looked responsible and under control. The second person also saved money consistently, but made one small decision that most people completely ignore. At first, there was no difference between them, and for months, even years, both seemed to be on the same path. But slowly, something began to change, and the difference was not obvious at first. The first person started to feel stuck, because his savings were growing, but his life wasn't moving forward. The second person, however, began to see momentum, because his money started growing beyond just his effort. And the difference between these two outcomes comes down to one simple idea most people never learn. Before we go deeper, I'm curious about you. Are you just saving money or already investing even a small amount? Let me know in the comments below, because this one decision often separates people who stay stuck. The real problem starts with what we are taught growing up, because most people only hear, save money and avoid spending. While that advice sounds smart and responsible, it is only half of the full picture. What no one really explains is what your money should do next, after you save it and let it sit. So people follow the same cycle for years: they earn, they save, and then they simply wait. But while they are waiting, something important is happening. Their money is quietly losing value over time. Prices keep rising every year, and life slowly becomes more expensive without noticing. This is called inflation, and it reduces what your money can actually buy. So if your money is not growing, you are not standing still. You are slowly moving backward. That is exactly why the first person felt stuck, even though he was doing everything he believed was right. Now here is where everything changes, and this is the part most people never reach. The second person didn't just save money, he gave his money a purpose. Instead of letting all of it sit in a bank account, he used a portion to invest into assets. Not overnight success, not guaranteed results, but steady long-term growth. And that small shift changed everything, because his money started working for him. Saving money protects you, but investing money builds you. Stay with me until the end, because the final idea can completely change your mindset. Think of it in a simple way: saving is like storing water in a bucket. It keeps what you have safe, but it doesn't grow into something bigger. Investing is like planting seeds, which take time but eventually multiply. At first, nothing seems to happen, but over time, growth becomes visible and powerful. And this leads to a deeper truth: most people don't stay poor because they don't earn enough. They stay stuck because they never learn how money works, and they never make the shift from saving to growing. They trade time for money every day, but never learn how to make money work for their time. They focus only on income, but ignore ownership and long-term growth. And ownership is where real wealth begins, even if it starts small. Here are a few simple lessons that change everything, and once you understand them, your perspective shifts. First, saving without investing is incomplete, because saving alone does not create growth. Second, time matters more than timing, because starting early beats waiting for perfection. Third, small amounts still matter, because consistency is more powerful than size. Fourth, your mindset shapes your future, because growth starts when your thinking changes. And finally, the biggest hidden reason people stay stuck is fear. Fear of losing money, fear of making mistakes, and fear of uncertainty. So they choose what feels safe, but that safety slowly limits their growth. Now here's the truth most people never realize: Saving money is not wrong, it's the first step. But stopping there is the real mistake, because money sitting still will never create freedom. Only money that grows over time has the power to change your future. So the real question is not, are you saving enough money? The real question is your money working, or just waiting? Because one builds your future, and the other quietly delays it. If this changed the way you think about money, make sure you subscribe for more powerful financial ideas. And check out the next video on your screen, because it might be the step that takes you forward. Stay in touch for more information.